All right, welcome to another episode, and today I'm going to be talking about exceptions. So, exception is a very important topic when it comes to Java production, right? Programming. And the reason why we handle exceptions is because, or we use exceptions is because we as programmers run into errors, and this might be runtime errors or compile errors or just bugs in general, right? So we use exceptions to be a way to safeguard or save or handle our apps so that if we are shipping those apps to the user, we don't want those apps to crash in their presence. We want to be able to catch those errors and be able to tell the user, hey, this thing you're doing might cause the app to crash, or you might want to refresh the app and send us the message so we can handle it. We, the programmers, that is, so we can handle those problems. And I will be going over an example of how to use an exception. And imagine image, imagine a to-do list that can handle only five things or five tasks, right? So we initialize that to do capacity to five, but we were trying to access, or the user is trying to access the sixth space or capacity that does not exist. That in and of itself would throw an error, and the user wouldn't be able to understand what's going on, so it's left for us, the programmer, to be able to handle that. And I will show an example here. So now I've done this, and I'm gonna make a quick main, and I'm gonna have the scanner. I'm gonna call that input, or should I just say in? And then I'm gonna say new scanner system system.in. All right, and in here I'm just gonna create the string array of strings and call them to do. And I'm gonna say new string of to do is gonna be exactly five. That is the things to put into the list or the app called to do app, right? And in here we're gonna have a count, an int called count. That's how we initialize it to 0. And we're going to have a while loop. And we're going to go from count less than or equal to less than or equal to the to-do list dot length, right? So this loop is going to loop from 0 up to 5, right? And you can already see if something starts from 0 to 5, that's 6 spaces. And that's what we're doing here. So it's an error automatically, but we're going to take care of that. So in here, we're going to ask the user to enter a task. Enter a task, right? Hope he does that. And then in here, we're going to have a string called task that handles the input of the user. And at to do, the current to do, that's 0 at the moment, we're going to put that task in there. And then we're going to count so as to prevent an infinite loop. So hopefully, if we run this, we're going to encounter an error because we're trying to access a memory that hasn't been assigned or we don't have. So I'm going to say bath, I'm going to say wash, I'm going to say clean, I'm going to say feed the fishes, trash, and then last but not the least, I'm going to say error. And that is me, the programmer. I know that there will be an error, but the user doesn't. And if you look closely, The exception in thread main java.language is that of array index out of bound, right? Which means we are trying, and it's telling you you only have five, and it's telling you, hey, you only have five boxes to fill. Why are you trying to add another box that doesn't exist? You're trying to access a place in memory that you're not given. So that's, we only have bath, one, two, three, four, five, but you're trying to add the sixth place. Now, the user won't be able to understand what that means, but we will.